In this design, I'll be showing you on how to design a security house. Sometimes it's also called a gatehouse, but this one is going to be an upstairs in which the down can be used for several activities. You can use it for maybe a sit out and an open area for meeting, discussion, plays. You can also use it for gen house. You can place your gen there, maybe a Mycano or any lister gen under it, based on your spaces available in the compound. If you cannot provide a gen house in the space of the land. So we're going to start the design. The first thing we're going to do is to come over to options, then the project preference, change the dimensions from meter to millimeter, decimal to 0, then click on high 0 decimal. Okay. Also click on Ctrl 7. Since it's an upstairs, we'll make sure that the height is 3150, because we're incorporating the slab. We're incorporating the slab, and we're assuming that the slab thickness is 3150. Then this one can be 3000 because it's just a story building. The next story, which is the first story, and just have the same height of the wall, because our wall height is 3 meters, which is 3000. Now click OK also. Now we can start the design by going over to wall, double clicking on wall, changing the wall height to be 3000. Then put it as center, construction method or geometric method based on your ArchiCAD version. Then we'll work on the wall width or wall thickness to be 225 because it's an upstairs. Then after this is done, then we can start our design proper. We can just work on our floor plan presentation based on anyhow you want it. Those ones are your choice. Now click on OK. Then, as our nature in this our channel, in drawing floor plan, we'll draw a horizontal line and a vertical line. These are the first two lines we're going to draw, and that's the only draw lines we're going to create. Then we'll start with this one here. We have 1000 as dimension here, and we'll adjust it here. Then the next one is 2900. Ctrl Shift D, 2900. If your trackers are not showing, if all these things are not showing this direction, ensure that all these things are on. 1, 2, 3. Ensure that these things are on. Then you see yours. Then after that, we'll click. Then we'll trim all this. Then we'll come over to the next one, which is 4300. While you're designing the ground floor plan of this gatehouse or security house first. Then we have the next one here, which is 1000. And by this particular design, it was done to minimize space. However, it's very small and also effective too. Now we trim all this too. So this is the size of the security house. So bring it to the middle. After doing this, then we can trim this and trim this. Ensure that we are correct here by using our measure tool or ruler. Yeah, this is 1000. Then the next thing we can do is to place our doors and maybe windows. Then come over to doors, double click on doors, select the doors you want to use. Doors of 900 by 21. Can work on the settings here, make everything uniform. You can change the door design you want to use for your work and choose any door design you like. Put an handle. Then you move over to remove this opening line. Remove the opening line, click OK. Then we'll place a door here. And actually slant it a bit, just like how it was in this our floor plan we are seeing. And we also have another one here. We are going to slant, so we are going to move this by 900 also. As you can see, this by 900. Enter. Yeah, so this is how it is. We have a door here. So that is it for the doors. Then we also have windows too. We'll come back to windows. Then I think I'll make use of this window for all of them. First of all, we have window at the store. I'll make use of 600 by 600. So therefore, 1.5. The C value should be 1.5 because the window height should stop at 2.1 for this design. You can actually put casing in or casing out. Then you can make the frame to be uniform. You can also open the line here. Then you can also change the colors of the windows to be different from the wall, so that your rendering would affect it and make it to be white. While this can be glass lamp. Also make your casing too to be white. Then we'll click OK. I'll place the window here. Then we have another window here, but it should be longer than 600, which is the window at the staircase. So this can be 600 by 1.5. So this should be now 600, which is the C value. So when we add 600 plus 1.5 to give us 2.1, we can place this one here. And bring it to the middle, which is this. And this we add 200. Yeah, so after this is done, we can actually make use of empty window opening. Empty window opening to add. Alright, empty window opening, make use of rectangle. It should be 2550, which is the height. You can neglect the width for now. Once we place it, we can adjust the width easily. Here it should start from 0. This is the arches, this hidden details you are seeing. These hidden lines you are seeing. Then click OK. I will start placing the empty window openings. Remember, we have columns here. And create space for the columns. Or after doing that, we can also add tests and dimensions. So this is open space. Why this can be a store. Then we can move over to the upper floor plan to continue. Later we can come back here to continue other things. Then to move over to the upper floor plan, we just highlight all these, click on copy, over to the first story and paste, Ctrl V. Don't adjust your screen or anything. Just once you copy and paste and click OK to lap properly on it. You can see to lap properly on it. So this is just how it's just copy and paste. Then we can start editing this one now to suit our upper floor plan design. Okay, in upper floor plan design, we don't have open space here, we don't have store. So we can just delete it. Then we have a bedroom here of 3,150. Then we'll add the thickness, which leads to the edge here. Then for this window, we'll have to come to the edge over here. This has the same length. So we have the toilet to be 1,550. Toilet have a door of 750 by 21. So we use the width of the door to 750 instead of 900. Then there's an opening here of 750. Alright, so after this is done, then we can label the house. This is bedroom. This toilet / bathroom. Then this is sit out. Then we have windows too right here. Windows that will bring light into this bedroom. So I make use of this same type of windows, but since it's 600, I'll make it of 600 by 152. Let's just duplicate this one right here. Click on alternate key, then we'll duplicate this to be the same window right here. I'll bring one at the edge, make it to be 300 or so. Let's place this door here. And bring one to at this edge of the door. And make it maybe 300 or so. Alright, after this is done, we also have a window here too. We'll place the same window too here. Ctrl Z, alternate key, pick, Then you place so this is, we're almost done with the room spaces. Then now can place our staircase. So for watch the make a ruler to know the length of the staircase here. Okay, it should be around 2.5 here, and there can be around 3. So we're making it of, come over to stair, make it of an L-shaped stair, which is this. Now this dimension right here can be around 3,000, while this can be around 2.5. Still maintaining the height of 3,000. Yes, our fleet height now will be 1,000 instead of 1,2, because that is the size of is a fleet. That is the size of the fleet width. Then we'll actually increase this a bit to maybe 3.3. If it will work, we'll come back and reduce it. And click OK. Then we'll place this there. Then we can mirror it here. Control M. Yeah. Pick at this edge and place it here. Can actually trace it. Alright, it's working perfectly. So this is a typical aspect of the staircase. So there is no window here, door here, rather. This is the upper floor plan. So this is how the staircase is. That's what I've designed so far. Wow, looking nice. So the staircase just need to have, doesn't need any land at all, doesn't need any rail. Staircase doesn't need any rail. So we have to remove the rail from both sides to none. Okay, so this is the staircase, does not need any rail. That's all. So after this is done, then we can place our DPCs, slab and other things. So let's go. So for the DPC, or the ground floor plan now, the DPC, come over to slab, change it to 600. The top slab can be made of ties. Look for a tie material to use. The side part can be made of brick. Then the under edge, they'll click OK. Since it's squared, you can make it of this geometric of metal rectangle. Place it, come over to the upper floor plan. Also, we'll use the dimension to 150. Now we'll change this LS edge here. Since the under now will become a ceiling, the side now can now become the same material with the wall. I'll click OK. I'll place this also here. So that's all I've done. Wonderful. So yes, you can see the security house is coming out sharply. It's coming out very, very sharply. So this is what I've done so far. You can make these two windows to be uniform. Alright, so I've done this. Then let's roof the house quickly. Now in our roofing of the house, remember we always roof the house in the upper story, not in this story. The reason is because if we want to make a correction, you can easily change one or two things, maybe the depth, the dimension, or so, without affecting or deleting the story. So I will come over to my upper story here, which is the second story, to roof the building. So to roof from the perspective view already, we'll make it of step concrete facial. So we'll make it of slab. Come over to slab, set the height of maybe 100. Then let's make everything white. Let's make everything white to be fast. So click OK. Then we'll place this first one. We'll do an offset of maybe 225. 225. So let's see what we've done. All right. We have placed the first one. We'll then duplicate Ctrl+Shift+D. We'll duplicate, place it back on it, offset, or rather, let's increase the height first. Increase the height to be above this first one by 100 because the thickness is 100. So click OK. Then we'll offset also to know the difference by maybe another 100 or so. Let's offset by 100 also again. So you can see, come again, Ctrl+Shift+D, duplicate it, place it back on it. Come over here, increase it again, add another 100, make it 200. Click OK and offset again by 100. So click Enter. So show all in 3D. So you can see this is the step concrete facial. Perfectly done. Come over to a roof material to roof the house. Since you have clicked concrete facial, your offset here will be 0 because you already offset the roof from the building. You can change all this to white. Then you can reduce your angle to maybe 35 degrees. The perpendicular can be other angles 10. Then we'll click OK. Then we'll roof this house using, since it's rectangle in nature, the construction method can be what? Rectangle. So after roofing this house, we can check in our elevation if the roofing is well placed by right clicking, opening elevation. You can see it's higher than the roofing. Just bring it down right here and lap it. Now zoom in clearly, lap it on the building. I will check what we've done. Wow, so this is, I've successfully roofed this house. Then if you have CAD image in your system, you can apply CAD image effect on your roofing, just like you can see in the perspective. Click on CAD image, coverings, roof coverings, then change this to be shingles, increase the width to 35. Come over to frame, cladding, headboards, soffits. Then at flashing, you change this to maybe square rib. Gutter 2, you can change this to maybe colonial and this to external. You can also work on the colors too of the roofing. This should be black, maybe pent 4 can be used here. Other aspects can be white apart from the flashing. So the flashing can be pent 5. Then gutter 2 can be white. So this is how to use CAD image in your system. We already show you in this channel how to use CAD image on your roofing. I've showed you how to use CAD image on roofing and also how to use CAD image on many other aspects of your design. So click OK. The CAD image effect you can show all in 3D again. So this is CAD image effect on your roofing. So the next thing we're going to do also, you can see in these spaces right here, you can place a gen. You can be a sit out for meeting, hanging out, or whatsoever. Then next thing we can do is to also place grid lines. Let's place rails on this building. Come over to first floor plan. So now I want to mount rails in this design. I want to mount rails. Come over to object, double click on object, then search rail, RAIL. You see different rail designs depending on your ArchiCAD. You can have external libraries too of rails or whatsoever. You can select a rail that you love to use in your design and make use of this. Once you click on the rail, you can then set the rail height. If the 750 is okay, you can make it of 50. If this is okay, you can make it of 50. So that is just it. Then move on to the next one. You can change the handrails to be circular instead of rectangle. From the post to the same thing. The diameter, you can also increase it. Now you can watch, this is handrail and hanging. It's telling you the offset it has after the post is 150. After the last post is 150. Now this is number of posts 3. You can work on this for now. Change it also to 0. Now this number of wires, which is the wires it has. Number of wires, because we're making use of this rail, so each of these wires in between these posts is 7. So that is just it here. Then you can also change the rail handrails design to any color you want or anything you want. Then you can click OK and place your rail. So I'll observe it. Since the rails are too long, and I can increase the number of posts. I can increase the number of posts by going back to rail. Maybe 5. It's your choice. If you want a bigger number of posts, you can use. If you want it to be smaller like this, it's still your choice. Then you can place another rail to here again. Now in this particular rail, this rail is actually coming out. There's an opening here. There's an opening here, so there won't be any offset of the rail, which is what I just showed you in the rail setting here. There won't be any offset. When you come back to the rail setting over here, there won't be any offset. So here can be 0. So click OK. So this is what I mean. Show on 3. You can see there is no offset there. So this rail can become 1. Number of posts can become maybe 2 instead of 3. I'll click OK. I'll duplicate this, Ctrl Shift E. Duplicate this, rotate. Yeah, so you can see what I've done so far. Successfully, we have placed rails in this aspect. You can duplicate it to the other side. Also, Ctrl Shift D. Then we can rotate it here, Ctrl E. Alright, successfully we have placed rails in our design. So this is how to place rails in your design. We also have different type of rails, curved rails, straight rails, and it's just almost the same process. So the next thing we're going to do is to place the step. We'll place the step, the entrance step. Remember, this height is 600. Let's place an entrance step over to ground floor plan. And if you watch, this step is way bigger. It's curvy. The design is very technical. So let's show you how to create a step like this perfectly. So we'll come over to slab. Click here. Now remember, this step height is usually, each riser is usually 150 mm on a standard note. Okay, so but now we are creating step individually. So right now the thickness will be 450 because the DPC thickness is 600. So if we're stepping down, the next height will be 450 because I'm minusing by 150, which is minus 150. Now we'll maintain the material we used at the first time. This is style, and this is maybe brick brown. This is earth. So click OK. I'll make use of this geometrical method. So this is 300, which is the width of the thread. So I'll click here, we'll come here, we have 1125. 1125 plus 300 will give us 1425. 1425. Enter. So we'll move over to the next one. We have 6275 plus 300 will give us 6575. Enter. So here's how we place the step one by one. So I've placed the first step. Move over to the next one. Just offset. Just Control Shift D, Control Shift D, and move this backward. By moving this backward, I've already done for this aspect. I've only done for this aspect. You offset this back. Start from the back one first. You offset this back by 300. I offset this back by 300 too. You come here while you do the same thing. Set this one by 300 and additional 300. Then you offset this back to this point, which is by 600. That's what I did. Do the same thing. Control Shift D. You duplicate it again. And you offset this back by 300. And you offset this back by also 300. You do the same thing here. Offset it back by 600. And offset it back to by 600. So I've placed this step successfully for Project Art in our 3D. Alright, we are not reducing the height. So remember, the first one we reduce the height from 450 to minus 150. So this one we're going to reduce it also to 300 to minus 300. While this one also we'll also reduce the height to 150 to minus 450. So now we can check what I've done so far in our 3D. So this is what we've done so far. This is how to easily design a security house for your work, for your project. You can actually place the dimensions by clicking dimension, setting, can work on custom settings, change the dimension text or the dimension fonts to whatever you like to use. Also the dimension font or dimension thickness, and choose to use what you want to use. Okay, and you can dimension your project. Then you can dimension your project. Just the same way of dimensioning your project. Over to the upper floor plan and dimension also. Just repeat the same process, dimension the upper floor plan also. Then next thing to also do is just to place your columns. You can check out our previous video on how to design columns. Then you design the columns for your design and you are done. It's the design.